Wow, did you know that every minute, an area of forest the size of 27 football fields disappears? Our environment is really facing some serious challenges. So, what exactly is our environment? It's basically everything around us, the air, water, land, and all the living things. This chapter is super important for your CBSE exams because it covers ecosystems, pollution, and how humans affect everything. Expect direct questions and application-based problems, so pay close attention. Let's dive into ecosystems, our interconnected world. An ecosystem is a community where living organisms interact with each other and their surroundings. Think of it like a big neighborhood. We have biotic components, the living parts like plants and animals. And abiotic components, the non-living parts like sunlight and water. What exactly are biotic factors? Well, these are all the living organisms in an ecosystem, plants, animals, even those tiny microorganisms. They're all connected, interacting for food and shelter. Think of it as a giant apartment building where everyone relies on each other. Now let's explore food chains and food webs. A food chain shows how energy flows from one organism to another, like a simple line. But a food web is like a complex network, showing all the interconnected food chains. Each step is called a trophic level, and plants are the producers, they make their own food. Here's the 10% law. This means that only 10% of the energy is transferred to the next level in a food chain. The rest is lost as heat. So, if a plant has 1000 units of energy, the animal that eats it only gets 100 units. Remember this, it's a common exam question. Human impact is a big deal. Deforestation, pollution, and overpopulation can really mess things up. Deforestation means fewer trees to absorb CO2, pollution contaminates everything, and overpopulation puts a strain on our resources. It's like we're overloading the system. Let's look at biodegradable waste decomposition. You calculate the decomposition rate by dividing the amount of waste by the time it takes to decompose. The higher the rate, the faster the breakdown. It's measured in kilograms per day or tons per year. This helps us understand how quickly things break down in nature. Here's a key point to remember for your exams. Always consider the 10% rule for energy transfer. Examiners love that. Also, be ready for questions on pollution types and their effects. And most importantly, think about your own environmental impact every day. Even small changes can make a big difference. Let's solve a typical exam question. Question: explain how deforestation leads to global warming. Answer: deforestation reduces the number of trees, which means fewer trees absorb CO2. This increases the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere, trapping more heat and causing global warming. Think about recycling. It's a real-world example of how we can help. Recycling reduces the waste that goes to landfills, which conserves natural resources and reduces pollution. This is something you can relate to, and recycling questions come up frequently on the CBSE exam. Here are some exam tips to remember. First, clearly define key terms like ecosystem, biodegradable, and pollution. Second, practice drawing food chains and food webs. That's a visual way to understand the concepts. Finally, understand the impact of human activities like deforestation and pollution. Let's quickly summarize what we've learned. Ecosystems are all about living organisms interacting with their environment. Food chains show how energy flows from one organism to another. And human activities can have a big impact on the health of our environment. Guess what? All of this, AI notes, doubt solving, practice tests for our environment, is absolutely free on Synapse. Study smarter, not harder. Start learning for free today at synapse.omups.in. Master our environment for your CBSE exams. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more free lessons. Visit synapse.omups.in and start learning today.